I am walking you through our neighborhood summer camp, our neighborhood art and sports camp. And normally we would do a whole training about this, but I think people are busy and things are going on. I know I'm busy, stuff's going on. So I thought maybe we would try this year, where I create a video about a video training on what we're doing, and then have a 9 a.m. meeting on Monday morning to go through to solidify and answer any questions that we might have. So so this is going to be just a video training about your role here at the art and sports camp this summer, and then on Monday morning of camp at 6:16 on June 16th at 10 a.m. we will have. I'm sorry, on June 16th at 9 a.m. we will have a morning meeting, and we'll answer any questions and kind of solidify all the details. So I think this is going to work. I think this is great. But I have a few things, just general comments, and then we're going to, you can jump to your specific role on the video. I should have those linked at the bottom. If you scroll over the scroll bar, you should be able to see where maybe you can jump to find out your specific role. But there are some general things that I want to go over. First and foremost, we organize our volunteer situation through services on Planning Center. You're going to get a lot of people who you're going to get a lot of notifications saying, hey, you've been requested to serve. At any point in time that you need to say, I can't make it that day at camp, what you need to do is actually go in and hit decline in Planning Center services, and that actually does notify me, and I see it. I check it pretty strictly or pretty intently, aggressively. I don't know. But I definitely see those notifications. You can text me and tell me why. You can also just hit decline in the Planning Center services app or on the website and just put in there why you're gone or whatever. You don't even really need to tell me why. I trust you. You can just hit decline, and that'll just tell me you can't make it. And then I'll find a sub for you. That's my job. So I want to make sure that you know when we organize stuff, we organize it in Planning Center services. And the more you kind of participate with that, the way easier it is to make sure that this thing is organized, and the 45 volunteers that we've got going on, that everyone's in their proper place, and I've got subs, and we're ready to go. So I don't mind you texting me and telling me, but I just go in here and I'll just go in there and update it for you. Or you could just go and do it for me. That'd be great too. All right. So let's first of all start with the week. June 16th through the 20th, every day of camp is right in here. On June 16th is the Monday neighborhood soccer camp, and let me give you the rundown of how this works. 9 a.m. we have a short meeting and a setup. So you'll see that right here. This is our short meeting and setup time. We should be ready to go by 9:45. There are different responsibilities for setup. When you go to your specific roles that you've signed up for, you'll hear about what you're supposed to set up. But as of right now, that's when that happens. 10 o'clock, kids will start showing up, and we will get started pretty much right away. We're going to have introductions and team time. Introductions are essentially, we do some stretches. I introduce myself. We introduce the leaders. And then we will have team time, which means we'll break up into our age groups. And those age groups they'll have team leaders over each of those age groups. And those team leaders will stay with that age group the entire time. Then, after we do all of our little introductions and maybe like group little activity and games, we will split up we'll enter into station time. And stations are going to be the majority of the summer camp. We have, let me jump over here. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stations. This is very different than this year, and each station is 12 minutes long. So as you can see, for the plan this week, the stations are going to be, station number 1 is a snack station. That's going to be in the atrium. Station number 2 is going to be 9 Square and chalk out on the front steps of the church in the main entrance. Station number 3, by the way, the snack in the 9 Square chalk station, the reason it's like that is because kids will go to snack for station 1. They're not going to be able to finish it in 12 minutes. They can take it with them out to the front steps, sit and do chalk and play 9 Square, and finish up their snacks. Station number 3 is art. They're going to go to art in the A-frame. Station number 4 is art again, so you stay for 2 rotations there. That's going to be so a total of 24 minutes in art. You have a lot of time in art to do stuff. Then they're going to rotate out to the outside yard game, whatever that game is going to be. I'll let you know as we get closer. But it'll just be an activity out in the yard. It might even be over at the school on the playground or kickball or I don't know, some soccer game or maybe a football game. I'm not really sure. But it'll be out in the yard. And for Monday, station number 5 is going to be a giant inflatable. This year we're putting it outside. I think that's going to double as people will see it, and it'll be good to see. That'd be cool to see. Have an inflatable outside, and if people are driving by and they want to drop their kids off, that happens sometimes in this neighborhood. It'll act as a little bit of an ad for what's going on here. And then number 7 this year is the first time we're going to have actually a built-in break. So in the sanctuary is going to be an indoor game. We're going to clear out the chairs and have it in there and have a sanctuary. But that break is going to actually rotate through all the stations. So as a station leader, you're actually going to have a bit of a break for 12 minutes. The reason why is we only have 5 grades. Actually 6 grades. Yeah, 6 grades. And but we have 7 stations to eat up a little bit more time. And we just noticed this for last year that we would run short on time quite a bit. So this will probably send us overtime, but that's probably good. So this is the breakdown. Every single day is going to essentially be the same. We're going to switch out a few activities down here at the bottom and a few of the big stuff. So we have 2 inflatables Monday and Tuesday, water balloons on Wednesday and Thursday, but then you're also going to notice up here there's going to be a dunk tank. Yeah, that's happening. All right, and then Friday we have shaved ice. That's different too. All right, so you can see that's stations. That's going to be the majority of our camp. And you're going to have station leaders leading those stations. You're going to stay at that station. That's just going to be your expertise. You're going to run that station. The teams are going to show up to your station, and you're going to have team leaders, and those team leaders are going to help you run those stations. You will also have middle school leaders for each station to help you set up, tear down, and do any medial tasks like shag balls or get art supplies or just stand at the end of the inflatable and help kids get off or get on, that kind of thing. Okay, let's move back here. Then we're going to have team games. All the kids, once the stations are done, are going to go back out to the yard, and we are going to have team games out there where we're all going to sit in our teams in our circles, and then we're going to do different things. Let me show you what I mean by that. Because we will have the inflatable outside, we're going to have an obstacle course race. 1 kid for each team is going to race on the obstacle course, and we're going to see who's the fastest. I mean, we don't really care, but, there you go. On Tuesday, it's going to be kids versus leaders foosball. The inflatable that we have is a giant inflatable foosball game. We're going to let some leaders play against the kids. I think that'll be fun. Water balloon toss is on Wednesday. That's always a favorite. Dunk tank pie in the face. That's interesting. That'll be for a leader who is a good sport. And then the last Friday is the presentation of the art. We're gonna show what we've done and just kind of celebrate what we've been making all week in our art stations. So then after those team game times, where we go to the closing, that's usually just a quick blessing of the kids and then an announcement of what's coming up, and then we dismiss. How we're going to dismiss this year is the kids stay in their spots and the parents come to them. We're not going to let the kids get up and run around. We're just going to have them sit in the spots and the parents can come. Once the parents are here, they can go with their parent and go home. That's basically how we're going to run this. And then there's cleanup. So cleanup should be pretty quick because of how we're going to try to do this. And you can find out what you're responsible for to set up and clean and tear down in your specific roles. Okay? Okay. So let's transition to that. First up is going to be the check-in team. The check-in team, your job this year, you're actually going to be located inside the building this year. We're not going to be outside. You're actually going to be located inside the building. We're going to have tables set up. So let me actually do this. Nope, that's not what I want to do. let's do a. It's not what I want to do. There we go. Okay, good. Let's see here. Okay, here's our church from above. All right, so check in. You used to be stationed right here as people, and this is our main play area right here. This is where the teams all circle up. There's a door that goes into the church here, and then this is the atrium. These are the front steps, and then art is all down in the A-frame. So I think it would be good to see that the rotation, or for the check-in stuff, you're actually not going to be located here anymore. We're actually going to locate you in the atrium right in the middle. So parents will park and walk their kids in. They'll walk their kids in both of these doors usually, and then they'll come here, and then you'll send the kids out to the play area. We're just not going to have check-in just cramped up in here anymore, and it usually is actually kind of hot, and if it rains, it kind of stinks. So we're just going to have check-in inside. Kids are going to come in, check in, get all the information, go. This is also a great place for when people bring their snacks. You as the check-in leader, your job is to point them to the kitchen area, which will be right there now, and you can just drop your snacks off at the kitchen, and that'll be really good. So I think that's going to be better. But as the check-in, here's what you kind of need to do. The kids are going to, there's 6 different grades: 5th grade, 4th grade, 3rd grade, 2nd, 1st, and kindergarten. The kids will check in to the camp, and by doing this, you're going to get a roster of names. The kid walks up. You're going to circle that kid and say, hey, you're here. Good job. If they're not on the roster, all you simply need to do is write down the name of the kid under the grade that they are going into in the fall, and then get a parent emergency number, cell phone number. So they just need the name of the kid and the cell phone number, and that's good enough. And that will let me load them into our system so that I can text in case there's a rain out. And there is rain out a lot of times. But if they if they have already registered, then all you need to do is just highlight their name that they've checked in. They need a sticker on their chest that says their name and their grade, what grade they're in, and then they need a wrist bracelet that matches the color of the grade, the team that they're on, which is the grade that they're in. So 5th grade, let's just say, I don't know what it would be right now, but 5th grade gets purple. All 5th graders get a purple wrist bracelet. The reason we are doing that is because a lot of times, quickly, I need to know what grade that kid's in, especially kindergartners and 1st graders. If I find a kindergartner just roaming around and the team has moved on, and I see, oh, that's a green wristband, they're kindergarten, I can quickly, as the leader, and I can grab that kid. Well, not grab that kid, but I can help that kid go with their kindergarten team. Wristbands have just been really helpful too for kids who can't read. They know what team they're on basically by matching what wrist bracelet color they have. It's been really helpful to organize and quickly get kids into circles. So they need a name tag with name and grade, and then they need a wristband and that matches the grade that they're in. So I think that makes sense. And then once you've done all that, you just send them out into the yard. We will have the inflatable out here, and they can just play out here before camp starts. And when the whistle blows, they'll all gather over here. That's the check-in team. Here's the catch. Once you're done, once we start the introduction and team time, well, actually, once we start stations, the check-in team needs to prepare a final count and for that day, and just make sure that we have all the emergency numbers and put all of that information on the kitchen bar for the next day, and then tear down your check-in station. Your job is, once stations start, tear down your tables, tear down your chairs, put all your pens and stuff back in the holders, put it on the kitchen bar for the next day, and then you're basically kind of done. If you want to hang out the rest of the day, I would love to have check-in leaders just stay in the church atrium right next to the kitchen bar, help with snack, help with crowd control, help with bathroom times, and just assist in any way possible. But if you do want to or need to go home, you can leave once you've torn down your station and put things away and prepped it for the next day. You're basically done. I hope that makes sense. So that is the station leaders. You'll have tables and chairs. This year you're going to be set up in the atrium. Kids are going to come in. You're going to give them a sticker with their name, grade, and then a wristband that matches their team color, and then you send them out into the yard to go play. That is the greeters. Okay, let's talk about station leaders. Here are the station leaders. You all have signed up to help with the station, and your responsibility is to run that station. So I will send you the game or whatever it is that you need to do ahead of time, and you will know ahead of time what it is that your job will be, right? And once you have that, your responsibility is to make sure to greet all the kids as they walk in, explain to them the game and what they're doing, and then run the game. Make sure they have a good time. It is important as a station leader to know that we're not competing, we're playing. It's two different things. You can have a winner and loser and know that it doesn't really matter. Just run it back, play it again. Competition for this, getting value from winning and losing is problematic for our camp. We're just trying to have fun. We're just playing. Now, your job is not necessarily to correct any behaviors. Your job is not to take kids to the bathrooms, or really, your job is to really lead the station. Play with the kids, guide the kids, give instructions, teach. But the team leaders are the ones that actually do the hands-on work of helping kids participate. If a kid's not wanting to, sitting with them, trying to help them play. But as a station leader, your job is just to know what you're doing, what your station is, and then trying to lead your group into that. Okay, so let's go through this. I'm actually going to take this and put this over here. Let's see if I can do that. Nice. Put this here. Nice. Okay, so let's talk about this. Nope. Thanks. All right. So here's how the rotation is actually going to work. Over here in the atrium, right here in the kitchen, is going to be snack. That's station 1. So when we're out here in the team area, and we've circled up and the camp has officially begun, we're all circled up into teams and I'm giving introductions outside, your job as station leaders is to set up your stations. Let's start there, actually. At 9 a.m. after our meeting, your job is to go set up your station. That's it. That's all you have to set up. Once you set up your station, maybe you don't have much to do. Congrats, you don't have much to do. You can help other people, or you can just kind of stand around. But ultimately, you don't really have anything to do at camp until we dismiss from team time. When I dismiss from team time, I'm going to send those grades to their starting stations. And over here is actually their starting stations. And it'll be the same ones every week. So kindergarten starts at snack. Kindergarten, then I'm just going to follow kindergarten. Station 1 kindergarten starts at station 1 at snack. Then they go out these doors over here to the front steps to play 9 square and do chalk. Then they're going to walk all the way down and around and go into art for station 3. And then station 4, they're going to stay for art. And then station 5, they are going to go to the yard game. Oh yeah, station 5, they're going to go down this hallway, out these doors to the yard game, which will probably over here. It might be, depending on what we play, it might be over here at the kickball field, or it might be in the parking lot over here. I am pretty that will be very rare. Maybe, but I'm pretty sure it'll be right here, and the other thing will be right the kickball field. So crossing the street is going to be kind of weird, but I don't think you're going to actually have to do that very much. So after art, kindergarten walks out these doors, and they're going to have a station right here as the art game. The inflatable is going to be down here. That's where the inflatable is going to be. And then they're going to go into the sanctuary for their final station. After kindergarten goes to the sanctuary, you're done. And at that point, you're going to come back out here for team games. You're going to circle up in your teams. But the station leaders, once you're done with your station, your job is to tear down the station. You don't need it anymore. So if there's cones or if there's supplies. Your job is just to clean up the station, and then put it away for the next day. So you can just kind of put it in the building in the appropriate place. Then you can come out and join us out here for the team games. It's always kind of adorable to watch, but that's basically it. Your job is to stay at your station, help set up, tear down, and then once you're done with your station, you're done. That's it. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Let's move on to team leaders. Team leaders are going to be often high school kids, but adults too, who will be working directly with our grades. They will stay with those grades the entire camp. All through the rotations, they go with them everywhere they go. Station leaders, obviously, you stay in your station. Team leaders follow the kids. Now, this is really, really important. You actually have a really important job, and your job is to be friends and to serve our elementary students. So that means you need to be present with those kids. You need to be engaged with the kids, not hanging out talking with the other leaders, but actually talking and listening to our elementary kids, and serving them, helping them with snacks, helping them with being encouraged to play. Another big one is helping in arts. Your job is also to help with bathroom. And so we're going to talk about that. Kids always need to go to the bathroom. Here is basically the deal. Team leaders, you never go into the bathroom with the kid. And when you're taking a kid to the bathroom, you always kind of need to let somebody else know that you're taking a kid to the bathroom. Do not leave your team. Never leave your team with nobody. Like, don't leave your team with just the station leader. You need to always have at least one adult with your team. And as you go to the bathroom with the kid, take them to you can go into the children's hallway, to the boys and girls rooms down here, or you can go into the adult bathrooms here. But never go into the bathroom with them. If they do need assistance, you need to come grab me, or you need to grab another adult that can just basically stand there with the door open to the bathroom and have another adult with another set of eyes on you as you assist a kid in the bathroom. I think that's a good policy. I think that's wise use of our space and time, and just making sure that those kids are served and cared for appropriately. But that's really team leaders. You just follow the kids on this rotation. You're going to see your rotation is going to be pretty much the same every day. One thing you are going to need to know, because you are going to be the ones so close to your kids, you are probably going to be the ones chosen for dunk tank or pie in the face. It will be me too, but it probably will definitely be you. Your job as team leader is to bring energy and kindness to the kids. Always inviting them to participate more and more and more, and building them up and encouraging them as campers. I think that's awesome. So, okay, that those are our main roles up here. We have team leaders and the station leaders, snack providers, check-in hosts, and the art assistants, which is like middle school helpers. Middle schoolers are going to be helping with the stations and helping with art. I'm trying to think of something else to say. I'm not really sure. Any questions you have, you can obviously text me. You can email me. But there is a 9 a.m. morning meeting before camp on Monday, and you're going to get a notification about that, and we will go through all the stuff. So answer any questions you might have. So I hope this video is helpful. I think it. I think so. Thank you for listening to it. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. Okay.